When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
Was steht da? Behold Damaskus versus Hakim. Wow, ist ja alles vorgemalt. Geil. Away from being active. Ah, away from being a city. Macht mehr Sinn. And it shall be a runaway keep. Keine Ahnung, was er mir hier sagen will. Derjenige hat auf jeden Fall keine schöne Handschrift. Glitch von der Decke. Können wir nicht mal irgendwie ein paar Aliens spawnen oder so? Das wäre lustiger. So kleine Würmchen. Blauer Glitch. Straßenlaterne in einer Höhle. Zum Geier bin ich. Geil! Das war Absicht, dass ich hier runtergefallen bin, ich dachte schon. Die Rollen, die Rollen. Haken schlagen. Ist das der Ausgang? Ich muss mal. Ich hab Hunger. Sind wir bald da? Tschu. Nein, hier ist noch mehr Höhle. Ein Feld. Ich hab das Lager gefunden und den Ausgang. Vollmond. Schön.
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Einfach schwimmen, schwimmen, schwimmen. Irgendwann komme ich schon an. Ich muss nur positiv denken.
Dear Esther, I find each step harder and heavier. I drag Donnelly's corpse on my back across these rocks, and all I hear are his whispers of guilt, his reminders, his burnt letters, his neatly folded clothes. He tells me I was not drunk at all.
Doktorzeug. Nach Himmel. Bin ich schon den ganzen Tag herumgetappert und jetzt ist es abends. Aber jetzt bin ich nicht außer Atem, habe keinen Hunger, muss anscheinend auch nicht aufs Klo. Ein wunderbares Spiel für Anfänger. Und für Leute, die schöne Landschaften mögen. Noch ein Eichel. Immer da ein Bild steht, aber es steht da. Folgen wir den Kerzen.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac, the leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Die Mutter schüchtern versteckt sich.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes, certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.